so in love.
A trip to the Philippines is never complete without visiting Subic Bay. Surrounded by mountains and blessed with a natural deep harbor, Subic Bay is home to a lot of rich natural resources. The Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, or SBMA, has successfully transformed Subic Bay from a military base into a tax and duty-free zone, making it the Philippines' first and largest free port. A premier destination, Subic Bay accommodates people of all ages. Subic Bay is one huge playground, a unique mix of high-quality resorts, first-class beaches, wildlife, and industrial parks. A host of attractions and activities await at Subic Bay. The unique parks and recreational facilities in Subic Bay make it the theme park capital of the Philippines. Surrounded by deeply forested mountains, you can enjoy exploring nature in Subic Bay. You can fly off to newer and higher peaks of excitement across breathtaking panoramic views of the rainforest. Or learn indigenous skills and jungle survival from Subic Bay's local community of Itas, who are more than happy to share their culture and traditions like bamboo-cooked meals, herbal concoctions, and tribal dance rituals. Take a spiritual journey through hillsides and forests of life-size biblical scenes. Or have educational fun indoors through unique learning activities for the young and the young at heart. Subic Bay is a haven for a wide range of animal species in Asia. Experience one-of-a-kind encounters with wild and exotic animals in their natural habitat. Subic Bay is also a place to discover aquatic animals like turtles, sea lions, and dolphins. An open marine park stands at the foot of a rainforest, providing spectacular shows in Subic Bay's waters. Go further, and you can dive into clear blue waters and swim along these majestic creatures. A breathtaking underwater world awaits divers, From coral reefs bustling with life to sunken ships filled with history. Above water, Subic Bay's beaches bring fun and enjoyment to families and friends with a wide array of
This is your gateway to leisure. Clark, endless surprises await you.
Kani ang among airport.
Airport natin to.
Airport tayo ni!
Daytoy ti airport tayo.
Ito ang airport natin. Ito ang airport!
This is our airport.
This is our airport. This is our airport. This is our airport.
This is our airport!
This is our airport.
This is our airport.
This is our airport. Airport tayo.
This is our airport.
This is our airport.
I woke up to my own adventure book, having no idea what was up next. Each page was different. Every chapter, a new surprise. All I could do was go along for the ride. Trust my gut and let the story unfold. Because here, the best travel plan is to make no plans and just let life happen.
Let's wander Tarlac and Bataan. In Capas, you'll find a 54-hectare memorial park, which used to be the site of a prison camp that incarcerated thousands. Today, it stands to honor the fallen. This marks the start of the 97-kilometer march that went on for 7 days. After the war, reparations were made, and this bell tower stands to symbolize the reconciliation between the two countries. At Mount Samat, you'll find the Shrine of Valor, the scene of the final stronghold, honoring the gallantry of Filipino and American soldiers. Walk the pages of history in historical Bataan and Tarlac, or go find another adventure.
Let's wander Pampanga's culinary scene. Known as the country's culinary capital, Pampanga is a regular stopover for foodies, where culture and cuisine combine into the unique fusion of flavors of vibrant Kapampangan dishes. You can fill up on the colors alone. There's so much to sample, especially when you're in a foodie hotspot like Pampanga. Find more Filipino flavors in your next virtual tour.
Let's wander the rocky trails of Mount Tapulao, Zambales, the highest peak of the Zambales mountain range. Known for its rocky road trail and pine forest that test the limits of your endurance and toes. Onwards to the mossy forest. And finally, the famous World Tree that marks the summit of your adventure around breathtaking Zambales. Get more majestic views in your next virtual adventure.
While the world was at pause, Clark was at work. Not surprising, really, since Clark was once a US Air Force base that also never slept, the biggest then outside the United States. Half the size of Singapore, Clark is now the country's leading special economic zone. So special, it has its own international airport. With a brand new modern terminal, Changi Airports International is part of the group that will run its operations. From Clark, you're directly connected to other Asian destinations in 1 to 4 hours. Connected also means digital connectivity. Working with Pacific Light Cable Network and Facebook, Clark will roll out bandwidth similar to Japan or Korea. To get your business moving fast, Clark has a one-stop government shop to cut red tape and grant you all the incentives of an economic zone. That's why Clark is the choice of many global enterprises, big and small. Famous ones and best-kept secrets. The workforce comes from the country's huge pool of young, talented, and trained graduates. And if you like piña coladas, you can escape to many leisure spots. Start by teeing off from 5 golf courses already at Clark. Business, leisure, nature. They all work at Clark.
Because at Clark, everything works.
클락에서라면 이루어집니다.
Welcome to the pre-launch ride of the Philippine Motorcycle Tourism Tarlac and Nueva Ecija leg. Through this activity, we aim to rebuild the confidence of the traveling public to travel domestically and eventually for the tourism industry to bounce back.
Mabuhay everyone. Good afternoon and good morning to our colleagues in the Philippines, to our distinguished guests here in North America, and to our partners from the Philippines. Good afternoon again and welcome. So thank you for joining us for today's Central Luzon and North America online product update. And although this is being conducted remotely, we are very pleased to have our key operators from San Francisco and Los Angeles, as I see your names pop on the screen. Thank you also and for giving us this opportunity to showcase the new Clark International Airport, its connectivity with EVA Air, and to promote the tourism products offered in Central Luzon. So through this partnership between EVA Air, Clark, the Pod Corporation, CDC, and the Philippine Department of Tourism, we hope that everyone will get the idea of how it feels like to travel to Clark via EVA Air and discover the wonders of Central Luzon. So, and that in spite of the distance, we will be able to strengthen with our present stakeholders and create more tourism opportunities between Central Luzon and North America. So good afternoon again. I am your MC and your host. I'm Richmond Jimenez from the Philippine Department of Tourism here in Los Angeles. So before we get started, I would like to go over a few reminders as to assure the smooth flow of today's product update, okay? For our attendees, kindly make sure to mute your microphones when the presentation begins. And then after each presentation, everyone will have the opportunity to submit their questions and reactions by typing in your questions and reactions at the chat box below. But one more important thing that I would like to remind everybody, this evening we actually have a lot of exciting prizes for those people who will actually get to answer our trivia questions after each presentation. So please do also be informed that this online product update is being recorded for documentary purposes. So now to formally start this event, please allow me to call my colleague and good friend, the Tourism Attaché for the Philippine Department of Tourism San Francisco office, Director Marie Soleil Tropicales, to give her welcome remarks.
Thank you so much, Richmond, for that. My brother from Los Angeles. So good afternoon to our US-based participants, our travel agents, and our tourism stakeholder partners. And of course, good morning to our friends from the Philippines. Thank you for waking up earlier today just to join us. And it is my pleasure to welcome you all to today's webinar that will showcase the new Clark International Airport and the EVA Air's connectivity from the US to the Philippines and Central Luzon's tourism products that you and your clients can enjoy and experience. This new route from the US to Clark via EVA Air is a welcoming development for Philippine tourism. The US, as you all know, has always been in the top arrivals to the Philippines. Thank you to our Filipino Americans and of course the mainstream market. And having more connectivity to the Philippines will give more options to our travelers. Clark, being one of the Philippines' major gateways, is a good entry point to the northern part of the Philippines. We in the Philippine Department of Tourism USA team is committed to work with you all in promoting and growing this new route. There are a lot of opportunities to explore, and we are looking forward to collaboration with EVA Air and Clark. And as Richmond mentioned earlier, we have a great lineup of presenters today, and I am sure that you will learn a lot and get more excited in visiting and promoting the Philippines, specifically Clark and Central Luzon. So aside from this being an educational webinar, we have also added some fun where our participants will get to win prizes from EVA Air, Lipad, and CDC. So you guys need to listen very well because we have questions that will give you the chance to win the raffle prizes. So sit back, relax, as we fly you virtually to Clark and Central Luzon via EVA Air. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Director Soleil. It was truly a pleasure to have me on board here and to be part of this product update with you. And I'll be one of the key persons to jumpstart such a promising future between Central Luzon and North America. So exactly what you just said, exciting times ahead. I'm very familiar with a lot of the names here who's joined us this afternoon. And with as much as 7,641 islands that we have, there's actually more and more ways to get to the Philippines easily and comfortably. So to give us an insight of our departure from the United States via a now rated 5-star airline by Skytrax, Eva Air, may I call on Mr. Charlie Jen, the sales manager of Eva Air San Francisco office.
Good morning, everybody. For the friends in Philippines, thank you for waking up so early. And good afternoon for friends in the US and our colleague in Los Angeles. I'm Charlie Jen, EVA Air Sales Manager of San Francisco. I'd like to welcome you to join this virtual seminar, especially thank for Philippine Tourism and Clark International. Before we introduce EVA new service to Clark, I'd like to go over some update of EVA Airways. I believe a lot of you are already familiar with BR product because since the inauguration of EVA Airways 30-something years ago, to be exactly in 1991, Philippines is already a very important destination of EVA Airways. But after 3 years of pandemic, I just like to refresh everybody's memory. Next page, please. Okay, first, EVA has 8 gateway in the United States and Canada. From the West Coast, from the north to the south, we have Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. Chicago in the Midwest, Houston in the south, and the New York JFK Airport in the East Coast. We also have has Toronto on the Canada Western time zone. This 8 gateway are just EVA gateway in the US and Canada, but there's much, much more. Because EVA Airway already built add-on fare structure from almost all the cities in United States, Canada, and even Mexico. So no matter where your passenger are, no matter where you want to go, you can sell us from the US, Canada, and Mexico to your favorite destination and issue entire ticket issue entire journey in one ticket. From TC1 gateway, we use 777 aircraft and 787 aircraft. All had non-stop service to Taipei, which is our hub. Passenger can go visit Taiwan or continue their journey to the other part of Asia. Next page, please. Okay, you can see Taiwan actually geographically is located a very convenient place to transfer to other countries in Asia. Within 2 hours or 4 hours range, you can smoothly connect to major cities in Southeast Asia, Northeast Asia, and China. Philippines, for example, from Taiwan to Manila, it's about 2.5 hours flight. From Taipei to Cebu, it's within 3 hours. Therefore, Taiwan is a wonderful city to transfer to Philippines. We like to say Taipei is part of Asia. Next page, please. Next page, please. Okay, this page I want to talk about EVA award. For over the years, EVA has received many awards, like the top 10 safest airline for the past 10 years. For every single year for the past 10 years, we are on the top 10 safest airline. We also are Star Trek 5-star airline for 5 consecutive years. And we are the best and comfortable clean cabin. EVA continuously to improve our aircraft and also improve our service. However, this page is not just to tell you how good EVA Air. We just want to give you more confidence to sell EVA Airway. because we have many Philippine passengers, and they give us very positive feedback about EVA Airway. They like our service. They like our clean and comfortable cabin. They like the convenient schedule. They like our competitive pricing. They also think the food we serve on the plane is pretty good. Your customer will love you if they know you introduce them to travel with this safe, clean, and great service airline. Next page, please. Economy class. Okay, EVA Air economy cabin has very comfortable seat design. Our seat pitch is 31 to 32 inches, which is very generous and comfortable with the leg room design. Every seat has this AVOD, very advanced entertainment system. Passenger can watch movie, TV show, play game, or listen music. We also design fresh and healthy Western and regional cuisine. Passenger can also pre-select special meals. Next page, please. Alliance member. Alliance actually is very important for the airline and for the traveler. EVA is part of the world's largest airline, Star Alliance, since June 18, 2013. This Star Alliance has 26 airline partners and operate to 1,200 airports worldwide. Any Star Alliance Gold and Silver member will be treated as EVA Gold and Silver member when they travel with EVA Airways. Passenger travel with EVA Air can also choose to accumulate their miles on EVA Airway membership or to their any preferred Star Alliance membership airline. Next page. Now we come to our major part. I believe Clark International Airport will introduce their service, their equipment. So I'll just focus on our schedule. We will provide daily service between Taipei and Clark effective March 30th, 2023, which is just within 2 months. And the flight schedule is BR233 from Taipei to Clark. The departure Taipei at 9 a.m. It will arrive Clark 11 a.m., which is just a 2-hour flight time. And then return the BR234 Clark to Taipei, departure at 12 p.m. and arrive Taipei at 2 p.m. The aircraft we use is very brand new Airbus 321 that has A business class and 136 economy class seat. Next page, please. Philippine service. No, EVA Airway. Philippines actually is one of the closer country to Taiwan, and we have very good business and leisure relationship with Philippines. I know so many people, so many friends like to travel to Philippines. EVA Air service to Philippines from daily service to Manila 30 years ago. Now we have 28 flights to Philippines, 3 daily flights to Manila and 1 daily flight to Cebu. And starting March 30th, we will add another 7 flights to Clark. So that will be total 38 weekly flight service to Philippines. This is a top of all Trans-Pacific foreign carriers. So EVA Air, we like to bring you closer to your home. Salamat. Thank you. Can I hear you?
There you go. This is what's nice about being live, you know. Apologies for that. So again, thank you so much, Charlie, for presenting to us EVA Air. And through EVA Air's commitment to quality and service and safety, it is no doubt that EVA Air is deserving of its recognition and trust of the passengers. So it's also very exciting to really discover how connected the United States and the Philippines has become with all of your flights. So before we proceed with the rest of the program, let us go ahead and take some time for a raffle. So again, everybody, for the mechanics, we will be calling our presenter to raise a question, and the first one to type in the correct answer at the chat box below will win our fun prizes from Eva Air. So are you all ready? All right, so allow me to call again, Charlie, for your question.
Okay, the first question. This is from the very beginning part of my presentation. How many gateways does EVA has in North America?
Wow, there's a lot of people who listened.
Yeah, the answer is A.
Could we see who the first respondent is? All right, is this Tet's iPhone? You got the answer correct, 8. So there are 8 gateways that Eva Air actually flies out of the United States. So our friends from Lipad Corporation will actually be sending you a private or a direct message on how to redeem your prize. Okay, we actually have more fun surprises from Eva Air. So go ahead, Charlie.
Okay, prepare. This is the second question. When will Eva Air start clock service? Yeah, the answer is March 30th. This is our first flight from Taipei to Clark.
Awesome, congratulations. So our winner is Emma. Congratulations, Emma. Likewise, Lipad Corporation will be connecting with you on how to redeem your prize. Okay, there's more. Go ahead, Charlie.
Okay, the third question. How many flights does Eva Air operates from Taipei to Philippines after we start clock service? The answer will be 35.
Awesome. Congratulations, Mr. Patrick Gan. You answered correctly. I mean, I just noticed how quick you pressed the enter button there. Congratulations, Patrick.
Yeah, it's almost when I finish the question, the answer has come out. You guys so quick and so good. Thank you for paying attention to our seminar.
Yes, what's amazing about that is that his Wi-Fi is very strong for him to have sent that answer quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the same experience you'll actually have when you're on board Eva Air. So
Yes.
we have in-flight Wi-Fi service that's just real time. So do we have one more, Charlie?
Yeah, we do have one last question. Prepare your answer. Which alliance does EVA Air belongs? Almost instantly, EVA is part of the Star Alliance.
All right, congratulations. Oh, sorry, I can't read her. Is it a, wait. Is it Inika? All right, congratulations, Inika. So that is Star Alliance for you. So thank you so much, Charlie. And I know we'll be pulling you back in much later in the program. For anybody who have questions or clarifications for Charlie and Eva Air, please stay tuned and we'll be bringing back in the room momentarily. So congratulations again to the winners. And again, our representative from Lipad will coordinate with you offline to get the details of how to redeem your prizes. So that's the first part of our game. So don't you worry, because we still have a chance, or you still have a chance to win more prizes later on. So it does pay to really listen. So now to continue with the product update, I would like to call in now our friends from Lipad Corporation. She is the Route Development Officer of Lipad Corporation, Miss Irene Dumanlag, and to provide us and give us the exciting updates from Clark International Airport. Take it away, Irene.
Thank you, Director Richmond. Good morning, everyone. Good morning from the Philippines and good afternoon to our travel partners from North America. So allow me to present some updates about the Clark International Airport. So, welcome to Clark International Airport, your gateway to more. Next slide, please. So previously, Clark International Airport is operated and managed by a private or by a government-owned corporation. But in 2019, it was handed over to Lipad, or Luzon International Premier Airport Development Corporation, through a concession agreement with the government. So it is a public-private partnership with PCTA. So who is Lipad? Lipad is composed of 4 principals. First is the Philinvest Development Corporation. It is a publicly listed company here in the Philippines, which has several industries or stake in several industries, such as real estate, hospitality, finance, and power, of course. And then another one is, another principal is our JG Summit Holdings, Inc. It is one of the largest conglomerates here in the Philippines with business interests in air transportation, banking, food manufacturing, hotels, and real estate and property development. Another principal is PAGS. PAGS, or Philippine Airport Ground Solutions, Grounds Support Solutions, Inc., is one of the leading ground handling company here in the Philippines, which they have stationed in majority of the international airports here in the Philippines, such as Manila, Davao, Cebu, and of course, Clark. And last one, our 4th principal is Changi Airport Philippines. It is a subsidiary of Changi Airports Group of Singapore. They are not only our principal, but they are also our technical advisors. So majority of the facilities and systems at the terminal have a touch of Changi Airports Singapore. So including, so aside from the existing or the new terminal of Clark International Airport, the old terminal, including the 750-hectare adjoining civil aviation complex of inside the Clark Civil Aviation Complex, was formally handed over to Lipad on August 16, 2019. This is just before the pandemic. Next slide, please. So where is Clark International Airport located? So Clark Airport is located north, around 90 kilometers north of Manila. So this is just around 2 hours land travel from Metro Manila. Clark is considered as the main gateway for central and northern Luzon. So Clark is located at the Freeport Zone in Pampanga in the Central Luzon region of the Philippines. Next slide, please. So since Clark International Airport is located in the Central Luzon region of the Philippines, we consider our, we have identified our catchment areas into actually three areas. First is the core catchment where the Clark Airport region is located. So the Central Luzon region, according to Philippine Statistics Authority census last 2020, it has around 12 million inhabitants. And then for our secondary catchment, we have 3 regions in our secondary catchment. First is the Ilocos region, or the Region 1, which has around 5 million inhabitants. And then Region 2, of course, or the Cagayan Valley, that's around more or less 4 million passengers. And then Cordillera Administrative Region, or CAR, which is around 2 million. So all in all, for our core and secondary catchment, we have around 23 million inhabitants. We also have this contested area. This is located in north of Central Luzon, or cities such as Quezon City, Caloocan, Malabon, Navotas, and Valenzuela, which comprised of 5 million inhabitants. So we consider it as a contested area because inhabitants are from that area can choose to fly Manila and Clark. Since Clark is just around 2 hours in distance, it's around 90 kilometers. But in terms of travel time, if you travel from Manila or north of Manila to Clark, this is around 2 hours or less than 2 hours travel. While if you're traveling from north of Manila to Manila airports, that's because of the traffic, so more or less just the same. Next, please. Since Clark Airport is located in specifically in the Clark Freeport Zone, our local government unit here is the Clark Development Corporation. So Clark offers tax incentives, importation, and visa assistance. And these are just some of the top locators inside the Freeport Zone. We have the SFA. It's a semiconductor from South Korea, and then we also have the Texas Instrument, Yokohama, La Rose, and the Outback, and of course, Lumentai. Next, please. Yeah, since the location of Clark Airport is just inside or in Central Luzon region, these are just some of the manufacturing and industrial centers or nearby the industrial centers, such as these are just some of the provinces which is nearby the Clark International Airport. Next, please. In terms of our connectivity and in the road infrastructure, Clark Airport is easily accessible by these expressways here in the Philippines. So aside from that, we have the NLEX, SCTEX, and the rest. Clark also is connected via sea or around less than an hour travel via Subic Seaport. Next, please. So currently, there is an ongoing construction of the railway, which will connect Clark International Airport to Metro Manila in less than an hour trip. So it is currently being constructed, and it will be operational by 2026. This is just around 300 meters. The blue one, that's the rail station, and then the other building, that's the Clark International Airport, around 300 meters away from the terminal, the terminal of the railway terminal of specifically for Clark Station. Next, please. Next, please. In terms of our mode of transportation from the terminal to the final destination of the passenger, we have several modes of transportation, like the metered taxi. Here in the Philippines, or particularly in the Central Luzon region, we have the blue taxi. It is a metered taxi. And we also have the app-based taxi, or Grab. And then aside from that, we also have the car rental, of course, from the in the terminal. And another one is we also have the point-to-point bus, which connects us to our catchment cities. We have these operators, Victory, Genesis, and Quartas. Next, please, for the schedule of these P2P bus. So yeah, currently we are connected via P2P to Metro Manila, specifically to Trinoma and to Manila Airport. We are also connected via bus to Baguio, which is around five trips per day. And another one in the U. The U is where the central terminal of Clark in Pampanga. And then we also have up north connectivity via P2P of Victory Liner. We have the Dagupan to Clark, and it's a 7-day trip. And then we also have Olongapo via Victory again. It's a 9 trips per day. And soon to operate is our Vegan to Clark via Partas. So these are just some of the P2P services that currently we have in the terminal. But we are also looking at, we are also working on to be connected to other cities. Next slide, please. Via P2P. And for the Clark Loop, this is Clark Loop is the BRT services, which is provided by the LGU of Clark Development Corporation. This will connect us, the Clark International Airport, to hotels and some of the establishments within the Clark Freeport Zone. Next, please. I think this has been, next, please. So in terms of our connectivity, so pre-pandemic, Clark International Airport is connected to 15 international destinations. So currently, we have 7 of these international connections, and we will have another 2, which is of course Taipei, and another one from China. And then for our domestic connectivity pre-pandemic, we have 21 domestic destinations, majority in the southern part of the Philippines, in Central and Mindanao islands. Next, please. So yeah, pre-pandemic, we have 20 airlines operating at Clark International Airport, which comprised of course, Filipino and foreign carriers, which is we have, of course, LCC, commuter, and full service. 4 of this as well, we have the cargo operations at the Clark Airport. We have 2 international or foreign carriers, which is a UPS and FedEx. FedEx, by the way, has facility inside the Clark Freeport Zone. So next, please. So yeah, this is the current connectivity of Clark International Airport. So in terms of local carriers, we have 6 local carriers operating at the airport and 8 foreign carriers. So for the connectivity for the destinations, currently we have 3 from 21. Currently we have 3, but by April, we will have another 1. So we'll have 4. So currently we have connectivity to Cebu 2 times daily, being operated by Philippine Airlines, or the brand is PAL Express, and of course, Cebu Pacific. We also have the daily connection to Boracay, which is currently being operated by Air Asia Philippines. And then another one in Palawan province, which is El Nido, currently operated by Air Swift. And then for our international operations, out of the 15 pre-pandemic, currently we have 7, or 20, equivalent to 71 weekly frequencies. So we have 2 points in we have 2 points in the Middle East. We have Doha and Dubai. And we also have connectivity to Singapore. It's a 10 times weekly, currently being operated by Scoot, a daily flight to Singapore, and Jetstar 3 times weekly. For our South Korea destinations, currently we have 4 points in South Korea. We have Incheon, Busan, Yangyang, and Muan. So for our Incheon, we have 4 times daily, currently operational by 3 carriers, which Jeju Air, Jin Air, and Philippine Airlines. For our Busan to Clark, we also have 3 operators. We have Air Busan, Jin Air, and Philippine Airlines. And for Yangyang, we have the Fly Gangwon currently operating 2 times weekly. And for the Muan, we have 2 times weekly. And then by this is our upcoming flights by March. We have Clark to Shanghai. China Eastern will be resuming its daily operation effective March 19. And of course, EVA Air will soon operate a daily Clark to Taipei effective March 30. Next, please. So this is the current traffic of Clark International Airport. Since the opening of the border in February 2022, Clark traffic significantly increased. This is of course due to the continued lifting of the travel restrictions. As of January 2023, our international traffic is at around 60% of our pre-pandemic, while our domestic connectivity, we are a bit challenged of our domestic connectivity. We are less than 20% of our pre-pandemic traffic numbers, but system-wide, we are around the 40% resumption level pre-pandemic. Next, please. So yeah, Clark International Airport has a new passenger terminal. So we transferred all the operations of the from the old terminal to the new terminal last May 2 of last year. And then next slide, these are just some photos during the soft opening of the terminal. And then that's May, and then in September last year, we also have our grand launch, which was graced by our President Marcos, including cabinet officials. Next, please. So this is where the new terminal is located. This is just around 1.5 kilometers away from the old terminal. So this is actually beneficial for the airlines. This is nearer from the runway, so it is less fuel to the airlines. Since Clark Airport is well connected to major expressways here in the Philippines, there is a newly constructed road, which is the called the CRK Road, which connects us directly from SCTEX, or particularly the Clark North exit, which is just around 5 minutes from the exit, and then you'll arrive at the Clark Airport. And then there's another expressway exit, which is the Clark South exit, and then the yellow one is the gate of another gate from Clark Freeport Zone. Next, please. So this is the new terminal. The new terminal has is a four-level building. So the first level is where the arrival, where you claim your baggage. And then the second level is the arrival mezzanine, where majority of our airlines here have their offices. And the third level is where the departure is, the check-in and the boarding gates. And the fourth level is the mezzanine level or the airside where the restaurants are. This is our numbers in terms of the Clark International Airport new terminal building in terms of the number. So for our floor area, this is around 4 times of the old terminal, or around 11 hectares. And then the design capacity of the new terminal is 8 million passenger per annum. This is expandable up to 12 million passengers per annum. So in terms of the passenger boarding bridge, from the old terminal, we only have 2, but in the new terminal, we have 18 aero bridges. For the check-in counters, we have around 40 for the traditional counters, and then another 40 plus for the self-service kiosk. And for the baggage reclaim counters, we will have 6. Currently, we have 5. So this is the facade of the new terminal building. The design, concept, theme, and the wayfinding of Clark came from the rich surroundings landscapes of the Central Luzon region. Next, please. So this is the facade. That mountain is the mountain at the back or at the front is the Mount Arayat, which is offers variety of spectacular natural sceneries. And the next one, please. So this is some of the photos of the departure level or the third level. The iconic roof of structure mirrors the Zambales mountain range in the background. And the top at the right. So this is the check-in or the third level. The wood is imported from Austria, which is called the glulam wood timber. Next, please. So some photos inside the terminal, or particularly the airside retail area, which we have around 12,000 square meters of commercial spaces inside the terminal. So this is the boarding gate. For the boarding gates, we have actually, it can be distinguished through colors. For the domestic gates, we have blue carpet and blue chairs that reflects, or because it's blue because it's facing Manila Bay. That's why it's blue. And then next, please. It's dominates a blue for the domestic holding area. And then for our international holding area, it's color green because it's facing Mount Arayat. So the carpet and the chairs are color green. It also serves, the boarding gates also serves as a wayfinding for the passengers. Blue if you are at the domestic boarding gates, and it's green if you are at the international boarding gates. Next, please. So the new terminal has an OFW lounge, which is around 86 square meters. This is a free lounge for our modern day heroes. Can accommodate up to 60 passengers or 60 OFWs at a time. So this is free for our OFWs. Next, please. So this is just some photos of the arrival area. And the top photo is the immigration counters. So, yes, for our toilets or comfort rooms, we have 5 categories of toilets at the terminal. Of course, we have the male, female, we have the family rooms, we have the gender neutral, and the PW friendly restrooms. Next, please. These are some of the contactless options or some of the contactless systems that we have in the terminal. We have the self-service kiosk. It is powered by Collins, our system provider. And for we also have the self-bag drop. We have 4 of this in the terminal, and it is powered, or our service provider for this one is Daypupu. Next, please. We also have the international transfer desk at the arrival level. So for EVA air passengers connecting international and domestic, we can cater as well. Next. Yes, currently we have the Plaza Premium Lounge. We only have one lounge currently, but within the year, we will have another one. So this is located at the departure level, which can accommodate up to 130 passengers at a time. So amenities includes food, of course, food and beverage. They also have the VIP rooms, the shower, nursing room, and of course, the smoking area for the passengers. And another one, which is also operated currently by the Plaza Premium Group, is the Always Lounge, or the meet and greet of Always. Next, please. Yeah. Always amenities includes, as mentioned, meet and assist, meet and greet. They also have baggage wrapping. They also serve airport transfer. They also offer flower bouquet and concierge services. Next, please. This is the future development of the Clark Airport. So the building on the back side or the upper side is where the terminal, and the roof at the middle is where the meters and greeters area will be developed. And then the other one is our bus transport terminal. So next. These are just other features of the terminal. So currently, we allow two well-wishers per passenger. So we also have no physical screening at the entrance of the terminal. That is because we have the baggage handling system, which has a four-level system. And then We also have the AOCC control center. For our immigration counters for the departure, we have 20. And then for the arrival, we have 28 counters. So I think that's the update for Clark International Airport. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Irene, for that well thought of presentation and introducing us to the Clark International Airport. So with its aim to revolutionize the way Filipinos travel the Philippines and the world, plus its connectivity with EVA Air, it's definitely an airport we should really look out for, you know? And so Yati reported about traffic, you know? The increasing tourism or arrival traffic is the only traffic that we really want to hear right now, you know, and that I'm really excited about. So another thing too, I don't know if Charlie would agree with me on this, is that the reason why the carpets and the seats at the airport is color green is because it's also EVA Air's color. So, but before that, again, before we, you agree, of course. And so before we proceed, again, let's also look out for questions that Irene has prepared because we have more exciting prizes for you. So with the same mechanics, the first one to type in the correct answer, meaning correct answer should actually be the complete answer, at the chat box will win an electronic gift card from Lipad. So is everybody ready? All right, so let's call in again Irene from Lipad Corporation for her questions.
Okay, thank you, Director Richmond. So for my first question, on March 30, 2020, this year, 2023, Clark International Airport will be connected to which city in Taiwan? EVA Air will operate a daily flight to this city. Which city is this?
All right, again, everybody, reminder, complete answer, please.
And the answer is, of course, Taipei.
Okay. So the winner will be contacted by Lipad Corporation via private message or direct message. Okay, and I do believe, Irene, you have another prize to raffle off.
Yes, Director. For our second question, what region in the Philippines is Clark Airport located? I think we have a winner.
Okay, congratulations.
Central Luzon or Region 3.
All right, correct answer is Central Luzon or Region 3. So congratulations again. Just the same, Lipad Corporation will be sending you a message for instructions on how you can claim or redeem your prize. So now to proceed with our event, I would like to call in Miss Elenita Lorenzo. She's the Assistant Manager of the Tourism Promotions Division of the Clark Development Corporation to give us the product update and to virtually tour us around Clark, Pampanga. Take it away, Elenita.
Thank you, Richmond. And good afternoon to our friends in the US and good morning to our colleagues here in the Philippines. Of course, as mentioned, we are Clark Freeport Zone. We are your first touch point from the your flight from the US. We are not just your gateway. We are actually your destination. Next slide, please. We want to invite you to taste a piece of US history in Clark, and invite you to come home in Clark. Of course, we are Clark Freeport Zone. We are named after an American hero, Major Harold Clark, who died in Panama in the Second World War. We are a 4,400 hectare aerotropolis located at the heart of the the heart of province of Pampanga, 88 kilometers away from from capital Manila. From 1902 to 1991, we were under the administration of the United States of America, and in the 1980s, we were considered the biggest military installation outside of the US mainland. In 1991, Mount Pinatubo erupted, and Clark was converted into a special economic zone. At present, we have more than 1,000 investors in Clark with more than 100,000 employees, way above what was employed in the US time. Today, at present, Clark is a bustling tourism destination catering to different tourists and offering and have different tourism offerings. We are also a secured gated area because the safety of our guests is an utmost priority. Our gates are being manned 24/7 by our own public safety division and real-time CCTV monitoring at our integrated command center. We also take pride in maintaining our vast green picturesque open spaces for your outdoor activities. Next slide, please. Clark today is a product of decades of non-stop development, which turned into this US military base into a business and tourism powerhouse. 100 workers, 2 million visitors in 2022, a well-planned city with more than 2.6 billion contribution to the national economy. Next, please. These are some of our tourism products. We are a preferred venue for outdoor sports because of our many outdoor spaces. We are one of the most biker-friendly zone in the Philippines. We are a favorite meeting destination for mice, and we have one of the most successful narrative in terms of history. We are a golfer's paradise, and we have the biggest casinos in the Philippines here in Clark. Next, please. Some of our strengths as our destination, of course, our crown jewel, Clark is the only free-port zone with an 8 million capacity international airport with increasing international and domestic connectivity. We have 5-star brands hotel here in Clark. We are gated, we are secure, and we have lots of open spaces in Clark. Next slide, please. And Clark's promise. In Clark, you are not more than 15 minutes away from one destination to another, so you can plan your itinerary very well. Next slide, please. We invite you to come home to Filipino hospitality as you enjoy our tourism assets. Next slide, please. In Clark, we have 98 convention meeting facilities with 19,000 square meter of area. We have more than 3,600 rooms. We have 13 attractions that compose of theme parks, museums, zoos, parks, and open spaces. We have an array of dining facilities, 150 of them, and 16 other tourism facilities that include shopping, wellness facilities, and medical facilities. We have golf courses, we have casinos, and we have different sports facilities. Next slide, please. Clark is home to world's top hotel brand in Clark. Marriott was our first hotel branded here and hotel here in Clark with 260 rooms. During the pandemic, Swiss Hotel opened in Clark. We also have an expansion by Park Inn by Radisson. And of course, also in pandemic, Hilton was opened in Clark. Next slide, please. Aside from that, we have our own world-class homegrown brands. We have Quest Hotel, Widas Hotel, Midori Hotel, Fontana Leisure Parks, Sinyo Hotel, and very recently, the new Royce Hotel and Casino expanded their operations. Next slide, please. We also invite you to come home to wholesome adventures with your friends and family. We have the newly opened Clark Safari Adventure Park and Zocobia Fun Zoo for kids and the kids at heart. You can also revisit the past of Clark in our own 4D theater at the Clark Museum. And of course, enjoy the prehistoric time in 7D at the Dinosaurs Island. Next slides, please. We have adrenaline rush activities in Clark. We do go-karting. We have also target shooting. And you can enjoy 38 different exciting slides at the biggest water theme park in Southeast Asia, the Aqua Planet. And also enjoy a rodeo-like cowboy at the El Caballo riding stable. Next slide, please. If you are a golfer, we have three championship golf course. These are Mimosa Golf Course, where Tiger Woods used to play. We have FA Korea CC and Clark Sun Valley Golf Course and Country Club, where a 360-degree view of Clark is to watch out for. Next slide, please. We have other world-class facilities that includes the International Sports Complex. We have the Clark International Speedway for racing and the center of all sports activities, the Clark Parade Grounds. And of course, included in our list also, next slide, are two world-class sports facilities built for the, back up please, one slide. Two world-class facilities built during the 30th SEA Games, the Clark Athletic Stadium and Clark Aquatic Center at the new Clark City. Next slide, please. We also implement seamless international events in Clark. We have hosted the APEC in 2015, ASEAN Summit in 2017, PATA and SEA Games in 2019. Next slide, please. Of course, we are the ultimate adult playground with our big casinos and entertainment inside our branded hotels and casinos. Next slide, please. Of course, Clark is in Pampanga, the culinary capital of the Philippines. So come home to a distinct Kapampangan flavors. Next slide, please. And gastronomic adventure. We want to invite you to taste the best pork dish according to Anthony Bourdain, the sisig, which is here in Pampanga. Next slide, please. And coming soon in Clark, we're not yet through with the different developments we are doing. Soon we will be having the National Museum in Region 3 and the Planetarium in Clark. We recently signed a contract with the National Museum of the Philippines. Next slide, please. And of course, the Philinvest Mimosa Plus Leisure City is continually developing a haven for retail stores for your shopping needs. Next slide, please. And of course, recently, since Clark, the Philippines is a mall country, we recently opened our newest mall, the Clark City Frontier Mall in Clark. These are next, please. These are some of the tour programs that we are doing in Clark. Next slide, please. We have the standard tour in going around in Clark in one day. Next slide, please. We are also offering Clark Adventure Tour as well as Golf Tour in Clark. Next, please. To highlight the rich culture of Pampanga, we also have Clark Pilgrimage Tour and Clark Artisan Tour outside of Clark. Next, just to give you an insight of tourism in Clark, Clark by the numbers. Next slide, please. In 2022, we welcomed 2 million visitors in Clark with an estimated tourist spending of 2.14 billion. We hosted 216 MICE events and 43 events with 157,000 attendees. Next slide, please. In terms of occupancy in 2022, we registered an 68% occupancy with an average length of stay of 3 nights. And in 2020, these are the top 5 visitors by nationality for 4 years. In 2022, US is number 2. Hopefully, we want you to be our number 1 in 2023. So come home to Clark, next page. So come home to Clark, experience, exciting, experience Clark. Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you again so much, Len. Wow, I mean, thank you for your presentation. And there you have it for the Clark Development Corporation. Indeed, Clark has a lot more to offer to any type of tourists from our end here in North America. And what's actually amazing about this is that just to really encourage our agents and operators who's joined us today in this presentation is that think out of the box, because there are a lot of tourism packages and options that you can actually offer your clients. Just for example, biking is one of the tourism products of Clark. And similarly to Taiwan, they actually have their annual bike festival or event that happens in Taipei. So just imagine bringing a lot of tourists who wants to bike both in the Philippines and in Taipei. And another thing too is that golf and sports is quite important for this destination. You actually have it correct, Len. It's not just a gateway, but it's also a destination that people need to discover and enjoy. So now, yeah. So to keep the excitement going, we again have raffle prizes to be given away. So just type in the correct answers to the chat below, correct and complete answers, and win a gift card from CDC. So take it away, Ms. Lan.
Okay, for my first question, I hope you listened well. For my first question, to whom Clark was named after? Wow. The answer is Major Harold Clark, or Harold Clark will do.
Wow, congratulations. We definitely actually learned a lot from this product presentation, So, and I
That's
see that there's
for you.
Exactly. Thank you. I mean, like Clark is full of history, just like what you said. Decades has happened in Clark to what it is today. So, all right, for our next question, go ahead, Ms. Len.
For my next question, this is one of our prides. What is the biggest theme park in Southeast Asia, which is located in Clark? Anyone? Oh. Sir Richmond, no one is answering that question.
Perhaps you can give a quick clue.
It has 38 slides, different exciting slides. It ends with the planet. No, it's not Aqua Planet. It's not Fontana. Okay, it's the water, guys. That's it. Miss Grace Wu. Congratulations. It's Aqua Planet.
All right, congratulations, Grace. And likewise, Lipad Corporation will be sending you a private message on how to redeem your prize. So thank you so much again, Miss Len. And
Thank you so much.
Yeah, just like the other speakers, I would like you to just hang in there, and we'll be re-inviting you to the floor later on for our question and answer portion. So next to deliver the last but definitely not the least product presentation this evening, we have our sister from the Region 3 of the Philippine Department of Tourism. She's the Supervising Tourism Operations Officer for Region 3, Ms. Crisel May Yambao. Take us away.
Thank you, Richmond. Mabuhay, everyone. How are you today? Thank you, Ms. Soleil, for flashing the screen. So I'm very much delighted to introduce you to the destinations in Central Luzon. You will find out why everything is here at the center. So Central Luzon actually is the third region in the Philippines. So as some of you may already know, that the Philippines, with all of its 6,000 and more islands, was actually divided into 17 regions, and we are the third, and we are called the Central Luzon. Next slide. All right, so just to give you an overview, Central Luzon actually has 7 provinces and 2 free port zones. So these 2 free port zones, Clark and Subic, are the 2 famous ones that caters mostly in tourism. So if you will see, we have a very vast coverage of tourism portfolio. So we have from nature-based, culture and heritage, sun and beach, health, wellness and retirement, MICE, cruise and nautical, educational tourism, leisure and entertainment, diving and marine sports. So as mentioned a while ago, the Central Luzon is actually very accessible. We are connected both by land, by sea, and by air. So by air, as you have seen already, we have our famous Clark International Airport. By sea, we are connected by Subic because we have a very good seaport there that welcomes cruise passengers. And of course, by land, we have a very good road network all over the Luzon Island. Central Luzon, compared to the other regions in the Philippines, is we are very proud to have been connected to a lot of good road networks. So connecting it to the north, south, east, and west, we have major expressways that will connect Clark and the entire region to the other regions in the Philippines. So I won't need to mention this anymore. We have this international airport because Lipad has already mentioned this to you. All right, just to give you an overview, if you really want, once you fly to Clark or to Central Luzon, we are actually also connected to the different major islands and famous destinations in the Philippines, like El Nido, Boracay, and Cebu.
Now we're going to have 18. It's color coded, so green carpet, green chair.
Also, we have 7 international connections from Clark. So we have Singapore, we have certain cities we have 3 or 4 cities in South Korea. We're also connected in Dubai and Doha. All right, so for our next product, the first product actually is what we call the nature-based tourism. So Central Luzon is very rich in natural resources. We actually have the mountains and the seas in this region. So to give you a quick overview of what we have here in the region, you may have been informed or you may have read about the Mount Pinatubo. So Mount Pinatubo, which erupted back in 1991, has been very destructive worldwide. But from this destruction, we were able to convert it to a beautiful destination wherein you can climb the volcano and see the crater. So this is the second picture that you see on your screen. Other things that we are very famous for also is we have a turtle sanctuary, or the Pawikan Conservation Center, wherein we promote the conservation of the turtle species called Pawikan. Certain activities such as hiking, trekking, birding or bird watching, and also glamping is also the common nature-based activity that you can do in Central Luzon. We also have a lot of caves for spelunking. We have vast rivers for bamboo rafting, and we have quite a number of waterfalls in the entire region. Central Luzon also has a lot of farm tourism sites. So for those of you who are very fond of having a farm to table kind of dining, we have this in the region. In terms of culture and heritage, Ms. Len a while ago has mentioned about our food already. So apart from food, our region is also known for a lot of historical and cultural sites. We have a lot of museums that will give and discuss to you about the history of the Philippines and the culture of the Philippines as a whole. We are also very known for a lot of festivals in the Philippines, one of which is the Giant Lantern Festival. This usually happens every December, wherein we showcase 20 feet high of lanterns, and which dances are which has a lot of dancing lights. And the usual street festivals such as Singkaban Festival and Dinamulag Festival, which actually showcases our very tasty Zambales mangoes. If you have seen in the map a while ago, the region actually both faces the Pacific Ocean and the West Philippine Sea. So we have a lot of sun and beach destinations as well. So on your screen right now is just a few of the beach destinations that we have. One of the famous ones are the destinations of Aurora and Zambales. In Zambales, we have a very unique destination called San Antonio, wherein there are 5 different coves or 5 different beaches in one town. So you can actually visit these 5 different beaches only in a day time. In terms of health, wellness, and retirement, the region also has a lot of state-of-the-art medical facilities where we cater to a lot of medical procedures, such as for the eyes, for dental as well, and a lot of other medical procedures in general. Also, we have wellness packages or wellness and holistic tourism as well. We have certain resorts here in Pampanga, one of the provinces, wherein we promote wellness and holistic treatments.
What could be better than a successful medical treatment? A travel in Pampanga, Philippines. Turn that procrastination into excitement. Look forward to immersing into the unique, history-rich, hospitable and festive culture of the region. And you'll certainly find plenty of reasons to schedule that long-wanted medical procedure. Your road to recovery will be equally pleasant. Philippines is recognized globally for its medical professionals and their distinct compassionate service. Experience Pampanga and experience the Filipino brand of care.
So in terms of mice, I'm just going to do a rundown on this one since Miss Len a while ago has already gave you the numbers on mice. Clark actually is one of our mice destinations in the region. They're branding themselves, or the destination is being branded as a mice hub or a mice gateway. So if you have your conventions and your expos, Clark is the perfect place to do it because of its accessibility. And on this slide, we actually are very proud that 2 of our venues, Quest and Marriott, has been awarded as a CN Mice venue. In terms of cruise and nautical tourism, Subic, which is about 45 minutes away from the airport, has a very good docking ship. Okay, so next slide. So you can see some pictures. All right, so pre-pandemic, we have been welcoming a lot of international cruise ships in Subic, from Caribbean to a lot of other cruise ships from the US and also from Europe. Aside from cruise, Subic also has a lot of sailing activities, and the newest one that they offer right now is called the Sunset Cruise. For educational tourism, the region actually has a lot of universities, so we cater to a lot of ESL programs. Next slide. And then next slide also. And also we have a lot of aviation schools as well. In terms of leisure and entertainment. So as mentioned a while ago, the region, including Clark, is actually a destination for leisure, for gaming, for golf, for adult games, for extreme adventure as well. And of course, one of the favorite Filipino activity, shopping. So aside from the golf courses mentioned a while ago in Clark, we actually have a few more outside the Clark Freeport zone, which are enumerated there on your screen. One of the famous ones that we have actually is the Luisita Golf and Country Club in Tarlac. This is about 1 hour from Clark. It's actually designed by a very famous golf course architect. For diving and marine sports, our activities actually covers both the surface of the water and underwater. So for the surface of the water, of course, we have 2 destinations, Zambales and Aurora, very famous for surfing. And then for underwater activities, we have scuba and free diving as well. For this year, we have 3 new products that we have packaged for everyone. So one is the Travel, Breathe, and Dive. We're in a package. This is a package where we have combined both diving and wellness activities such as yoga and meditation. Another one is the Surf and Glamp Adventure. This is a package that combines this time surfing and glamping in the destination of Zambales. And lastly, we have the World War II historical tour. I think this was mentioned by the other presenter that actually our region has a lot of historical sites that talks about, or that was a site for the World War II. So this World War II tour depicts the story from about the Death March. So we follow the trail of the Death March from Bataan to Pampanga, and then lastly in Tarlac. So let me just show you a quick video of this products.
off with the travel, breathe, and dive. Grabe, I have a newfound respect for free divers because it's an amazing sport. Super bongga talaga. And of course, yoga. I love yoga. It's for your mind, your body, and your soul. It's amazing.
I got to try out yoga for the first time, and tonight beer yoga was incredible, and all I want to say is namaste.
There you go, everyone, and hope to see you in Central Luzon.
Thank you so much for that presentation, Sel. Truly, Central Luzon is one of the to-go destinations you can explore while you're in the Philippines. You know, once you get to Clark, you can just stay in Central Luzon with all the natural and man-made experiences and attractions to enjoy. So at this juncture, let us have a final game for everyone. For the mechanics, it will actually be a little bit different. Because I mean, it's so amazing how people are just really very responsive and can just easily like type in the answer and press the enter button, just to make sure that no one is really a bot and it's actually a human person that we're dealing with. Will actually make people to type in the word me or me, and Sel will actually just be calling the first person to type me, and we will be welcoming you to unmute your audio in order for you to answer the question. So, okay. So, are we ready? All right. So,
Well, I
Sel,
am.
please. Yes, there you go. So, Sel, please go ahead.
All right, everyone. So again, the first one to type me on the chat box will be the one to be called. Okay, so our first question would be, what Central Luzon destination would you like to visit first? Okay, so we have the first one, Emma. Yeah, can you unmute and tell us your first chosen destination?
Subic Seaports.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Subic Seaports.
Subic. Okay, thank you very much. So for our team in Lipad, kindly take note. We have our first winner for this round. Okay, for the next question, what tourism activity would you be trying first in Central Luzon? Okay, we have Sheila from Happy Sun Travel.
I will try the medical and wellness packages in Central Luzon.
Thank you, Ms. Sheila. So, Richmond, I think we have two winners already.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sel, for the questions, and congratulations to our two winners. So at this point, we would like to just invite our speakers again on the floor, Charlie, Irene, Len, and Sel, as we open this portion for some questions from our attendees. So if you happen to have questions, feel free to just type in your questions on the box, or probably even raise your hand so we can actually take a look at those people who want to verbally ask their questions.
Hello.
Go ahead, Al.
Hi. Does Eva Air allowed to bring a portable oxygen concentrator from Clark to San Francisco?
The proto oxygen is I think you still have to. I'm not the ticketing reservation staff, so the sales. I'm not that familiar with oxygen, but what as I know, the oxygen you have to have the meta case to apply the meta case, then you can bring it.
Yeah, so as long as there's a medif that the passenger will bring, so would you would Eva Air allow like a portable oxygen concentrator going to the US from Clark?
I don't think our airline allow the personal bring their own personal the oxygen container on board. Now, if you do need it, we will provide it on the plane.
Oh, because the passenger went to the Philippines using other
Yes.
airlines, but coming back here, she wants to take Eva Air with that personal. It's not a personal, but it's like a portable oxygen
Portable.
concentrator. Yeah.
This question I probably had to find a professional to answer you. That
Oh, okay.
you can,
Yes,
yeah.
please, because I have a reservation. I've been trying to contact Eva Air for like a week now, and I haven't have any answer yet.
Okay, sure. I'll have somebody to contact you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, please.
Yes.
Because I keep on rebooking the reservation because it's been canceling because I have no
Okay.
answer.
Okay, sure.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. I have another question.
Okay.
There's the Clark has a terminal fee because I have a passenger that says that she paid a cash payment for something like terminal fee of 700 pesos, and they won't allow like a credit card payment, but they only allow cash payment for the terminal. So before they come back to the US, they have to pay 700 pesos in cash. Is that a terminal fee aside from the normal terminal fee that is added to the ticket?
Good morning, Miss Au. This is Irene from Lipat or from Clark Airport. So
Yes,
since
good morning.
2021, January 1, 2021, for all bookings starting that date, it should be included in the ticket. So the airline shall collect the 750 or previously it's 600, and then just last year we implemented the increase, but all bookings starting January 1, 2021, it's already included in the ticket. So the airline shall collect it on behalf of Lipan.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, so does anybody have any other questions or clarifications needed from our panel today?
Okay, actually I have the answer for the earlier question. As long as the FAA approved the portable oxygen, you can bring it on board. We just now need to give you the information for us to contact you.
Oh, as long as it's FAA approved.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And will she need to fill up a medif also at the same time or no?
Okay, either the doctor letter or the meta information, either one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
you're welcome.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much, Charlie.
Mhm.
There is indeed a question in our chat box. So for Eva, Nona asks, do you allow to use the lounge for a 7 to 9 hour layover?
Sorry about it. Launch actually the only our frequent flight because now Eva, yeah, although Taipei is our hub, we have actually 4 different launch, but they all have their main purpose. Some for the diamond member, some for the business class, some for the silver member, and a gold card. So actually, so if you don't have as long as you're a Star Go member, then you are able to access the lounge. But otherwise, no, probably have to wandering on the airport. Or actually, if you are holding U.S. passport, actually going out to do a little bit sightseeing you don't need a visa, so you can just go out custom and then just know the metro transportation is very, very convenient. Don't need to be stuck in the airport. Just go out to do some sightseeing. That would be fun.
Well, thank you so much, Charlie. That suggestion just really encourages everybody to shop. Just imagine their excess baggages once they're done with the 7 to 9 hour layover. But to also clarify this matter on the Philippine side, may we call in Jasmine from Lipad Corporation?
Thank you, Director Richmond. Good morning to everyone and good afternoon there. Okay, it's already good evening to everyone, to our partners in North America. Ms. Nona, let me just clarify. So for the EVA Air answered from the lounge services in Taipei, but just to promote again, the lounge services also in the airport, because you already mentioned that it's a long layover. If your passenger is coming from the region, let's say coming from North Luzon, Central Luzon, and will be waiting in the airport for quite a while, since they will be arriving before the flight to by EVA Air, they can stay in our Plaza Premium Lounge. They accept walk-in, and probably EVA Air will also have a partnership with Plaza Premium for their passengers. So if ever your passengers are coming from the North Luzon, so please take note that this services is available in Clark International Airport. Thank you. Yes, that's in Clark. That's in Clark, Nona. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jazz. Okay. So if there's no one else submitting or sending their questions, well, it looks like we've covered all of our questions. Now, to conclude this enlightening product update, I would like to call in now our distinguished regional director for the Philippine Department of Tourism for Region 3. We'd like to call in Director Richard Danos and welcome him on board as well as our new regional director for Region 3 for his closing remarks. Director Richard?
Thank you, Director Richmond Jimenez. Can you hear me now?
Perfect, perfect. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon or good evening, should I say, to our dear partners. Mabuhay greetings to each and everyone present here. Of course, while the past 2 years has probably propelled us to limit otherwise pauses to travel, this year opens doorways and opportunities to once again unravel, travel, and explore the grandeur of the destination of choice. And what a beautiful way to commence here in Clark and in Central Luzon in general, collectively dubbed as the Rice Bowl of the Philippines. Clark and Central Luzon in general would delight everyone as it offers an all-around destination, both for natural and cultural exploration, where it presents sites perfect for outdoor sports, meetings, incentives, conventions and events, leisure, entertainment, festivals, shopping, water activities, including great diving, Hiking, bird watching, trekking, surfing, and total culinary experience. Name it, we have it. It has a variety of landscapes to explore, beaches to relax on, urbanized cities to wander around with an array of choices for local and international food experience. It is extremely easy to get to Central Luzon from other regions. Thus, we attribute it to the island's great highway network. Clark International Airport complements Manila's national hub and more preferably for accessing northern Luzon. Most visitors either stay along the west coast of Central Luzon, close to the beaches, or in Pampanga region to visit the natural attractions, as well as numerous historical and religious sites, coupled with experiencing that culinary capital of the country, which is Pampanga. The landlocked portion is where the majority of the natural sites are located, and it thrives on ecotourism. It is assured that when you visit Clark and Central Luzon in general, it will be a worthwhile and total experience, seeing and having that experience of the giftedness of the country, both natural and cultural, alongside with the warmth of the Filipino hospitality. And so I invite everyone to encounter that welcoming positive spirit dubbed as "It's more fun in Central Luzon, it's more fun in the Philippines." Come and visit us in Clark. Come and experience Central Luzon. We warmly welcome you all. Malaos ko po, tuloy po kayong lahat.
Wow, thank you so much, Director Richard. And that's it, again, thank you for everyone joining us today for the online product update. But before that, it's never a Filipino-led Zoom meeting without a group photo. So I would like to join everybody to just turn on your videos real quick in order for Lipad Corporation to take snapshots of our beautiful faces. All right, just let us know when to say cheese. Are we good?
Okay, everyone, say cheese. And 1, 2, 3, cheese. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Just like what Director Richard said earlier, upon mentioning Rice Bowl of the Philippines, that just actually got everybody hungry, I'm sure, and ready for supper. So may this meeting help in creating and securing more tourism opportunities, both for Central Luzon and North America. Although this was just a brief and remote meeting, we hope that you all enjoyed, and we will definitely wait for your visit in Clark and explore its wonderful tourism offerings. So again, on behalf of my team and Eva Air from Lipad Corporation, from the Clark Development Corporation, and from the Department of Tourism Regional 3, from the Department of Tourism offices in San Francisco and Los Angeles, maraming salamat. Thank you very much. And thank you and have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.